favorite one's hiding. You see me whip out the camera, he wants to hide now. See if I can't find him. It's hard. Turn that flash off. Let's see. Is that him? There he is. Nope. Dang, it's hard to catch him. He won't let you get him. I had him on there a second ago. I'll see if I can do a screenshot of him, but he's one really pretty fish. Oh, here he is. There he is right there. Oh, come back here, you little pet. There you are. Come here, man. People want to see you. Yeah. He's being a jerk. There, no, it's not him either. Damn, it's hard to catch these guys on film. They're camera shy. You start zooming in on them with a camera, they start freaking out. They're relatively calm until I start whipping out the camera. They want to get all excited. But let's see if I can't catch that one on film, man. I'm trying to get him. There he is. Right there. That's one pretty fish, boy. Look at him. He's like, oh man, that's one pretty fish. I love that sucker. Look at him. Isn't he pretty? See that one? He's part Endler and part tuxedo. Like that one right there. That's a female. She's part Endler, part tuxedo, part fantail. See that big fantail? They're the ones with the big fantail. So because I've interbred several different species, the outcome came out these little ones that I call Donald Trumps. Those red tail ones right there with the gold heads and the red, white, and blue. Look like red, white, and blue almost. Red, gold, and blue and platinum. They're beautiful. I call those the Donald Trumps. That's a Donald Trump right there. And he's got a brother. And a couple brothers. There's his brother right there. And then he's got another brother right there. Another sister. That's one of his sisters. That's one of the new babies. I'm already up to like great grandchildren already. It's only been about, I've only had these fish probably about 6 months, and I'm already up into the great grandchildren. The little babies that are down in there, see them right there? There's a couple of little really baby ones. Those are the great grandchildren of the original ones that I had. I still got a couple of them, those big fantail looking ones. Those were the original ones that I had, the original fantails, and some of these ones here I had a couple of like this, like golds. They were just like normal looking, where they just didn't have very much color on them at all. They were just like a bland colored gold color looking guppy. Remember? I shared the videos, but that's their babies, and then the babies had babies, and then they're growing up and having babies, and then those babies already grown up and having more babies. So they're like a whole bunch of, I would have more, but I'm having it where I'm pretty much not using these things here. They're like traps, but my fish don't seem to really like it at all. And even having the babies, it stresses them out like crazy. They don't want to be in there, and they rather just live in the tank, because they start really freaking out when I put them in there. They start going crazy, and I don't want them killing themselves, because I had a couple die because they got so stressed out being locked up. They had their babies and just died, and they only had like a few of them. They absorbed most of them. Just catching them and putting them in there was quite a task. And by the time I actually caught them and put them in there, they were so stressed from me trying to catch them and being beat up by the boys all the time. The boys chase them around a lot. And it won't be until it balances, when the tank balances out and it starts to get where there's enough females to go for every boy. There's got to be like 4 girls to every boy for them to really be happy and like survive, where the females, I mean, you'll have enough babies that it'll stock the tank up with a whole mess of the ones you want, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta let the tank balance out. It's kind of like, it's weird. Guppies are weird. They're real hardy. They breed like crazy. They breed like every 22 days they'll have another set of babies, something like that. And then so they breed like rabbits. And but a lot of the babies get eaten because the females, they, for some reason, they're kind of like, the boys don't generally mess with the babies unless the boy is like a really big boy and he's really hungry. But the main reason they do it is to try to, what they do is they try to do the population the way they want to see it. So if there's too many girls, too many boys, all of them eat up more girls, so that way, I mean, you know what I'm saying, too many boys to too many females or whatever, they'll eat up the boys. And I mean, they'll eat up just about everybody that's in there if they can catch them. Just trying to balance it out for themselves, because they're like territorial, kind of. Not really territorial. I mean, they're peaceful fish. They don't really fight or nothing. But that's how they contain themselves in their environment when they're in a tank. They're kind of like territorial about their space, you know. They all have their own little hiding space and their own little sleeping space and their own little swimming area, and they kind of defend those areas from other ones, you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to let them know, hey, this is my spot, you need to get back. They don't generally fight, but because they're peaceful, they don't want to hurt nobody, but they're pretty like territorial over their things, you know. They want to keep their stuff the way they want it, so like anybody else, you know. So they just fight back, but so that's how they fight, is they just eat the babies, and they'll eat the babies up, gobble them up, and if they can catch them. That's why you got to give plenty of places for them to hide, like these little caves and stuff, and plenty of plants and stuff. And they'll figure it out for themselves. And then over time, once they realize that the food source is plentiful enough to have more babies, and you keep the water clean, do regular water changes, which is a task, or you can just put an investment that I haven't really done yet, but you can get a better pump system that'll run it through a tank filter or whatever, where it comes out, goes in a big tank and filters it out really good, and then it comes back in there and it's perfectly clean. You don't have to do like water changes every week or something, you know. All you gotta do is keep your filters clean. But for the most part, that got him. I think I got him on there. I'll do some screenshots later and see if I can't show y'all what he looks like close up. He's pretty, boy. I love that fish. He's a really pretty thing, man. I've never seen a guppy that looked like him. I looked all over the place trying to match him to the guppy. There he is. And I can't find no guppy like him. Anyway, some of them are kind of like really rare looking, because I can't seem to find anything that looks anything close to these guppies. There's all kinds of really wicked guppies out there, but I haven't found any particular ones that actually look like these ones. Some of them are, I mean, like the endlers, those are pretty much like those little tiger stripe endlers, and that black one right there, see that black one with the fin? Those are generally, you know, like this one right here, those have been seen before. I've seen these all over the place. There's all kinds of different ones of these, right? But I went through like a pretty big database of guppies, and that one that I'm talking about, like, see that endler, that's another regular one. You'll see a lot of those and a lot of that one. All these are pretty much like, you know, common guppies or whatever, but that one, he's a mix between a feeder fish. There's a little feeder guy in here. He's like, really, there he is. No, that's not him. He's got all kinds of wild spots on him and some cool colors. I saved him from the feeder tank at the pet store. I saw him in there and I was like, oh, he's cool looking, so I took him. He hasn't even grown. He's still only this big, man. He's only like that tiny. and he's like about 6 months old, or more than 6 months old, and he hasn't even grown at all. He's like a little guy. I call him little guy. I can't see him in here right now. If I put some food over here, but for the most part, like those females, I haven't seen that tail on a guppy. They got some really neat colors on a female. Usually females are bland and they don't really have a lot of color and stuff, and these ones turn out really nice. See, that's a regular what a female really looks like. You know, they just look bland and gold in color and have like a little bit of color in their tail. But these ones here, they got a whole lot of color in them. I mean, they almost look like a boy. I just saw the feeder boy I was telling you about. There he is. He's hard to catch on camera too. That's pretty incredible. I love these fish. Oh, there's that guy right there. There's my favorite one. Keeps disappearing. Oh, there's his brother too. Oh, really pretty. Yeah, he's got a brother who looks just like him. There he is. Stay still, buddy. It's hard to zoom up on him. There he is. Let's stay still. Well, oh, there he is. Yeah, there's a couple of them ones. Gold color looking sucker right there. He's pretty, ain't he? Look at him. Alright guys, I'll see you later.